Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Matt.
Is everyone ready for another round of snow?
Almost. I think I'm gonna put the snow blower on the garden tractor tonight after this.
Hey, the snow is fine. It's that cold weather coming.
Yeah, that's following. Yeah, winter has arrived. Joe, looking at your email, my understanding Kenzie's gonna do the wheel for the drawing. She's gonna put names into one and run it, or is
Yep, that's the that's the game plan, yes.
okay.
Add
I
an
can-
image to the roundtable slide deck, Matt. The one in the SharePoint, that's probably been downloaded now. That's okay. What I have is not.
Yes.
I'll just share from my screen otherwise.
Okay. Just let me know
That'll
when
be-
we get to that
Yep.
point.
Yep, that'll be simpler than trying to orchestrate something else.
Okay.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody a little bit ago, and I don't want to steal anybody's thunder, but I don't think there needs to be any question on if there will be enough snow for the Klondike and Prairie du Chien. They were like the eye. They were like the eye of this They were the eye of this last storm, and I think they're the eye of this next one too.
I hope everyone's got their sleds tuned up. All right, good evening, everyone. Again, I have 7 o'clock, so we were going to get started so that we can move through our content and have some time for discussions at the end. Welcome to the first roundtable of the year for 2024. Happy New Year. Glad that you were all able to join us, even with the pending storm coming. So couple of reminders and things to keep in mind. If you could please share your name and unit in chat. Not only do we want to have a good record of what units are being represented, but we have some pretty good raffles coming up for this roundtable. Good drawings. So get your name and unit in chat so that we can get everybody entered for those. Be aware of background noise. Use mute if you can. We're going to do things a little bit different than normal this month. Instead of just Cub Scouts and Scouts BSA, we are going to have some time for our more local scouting communities to connect. So after we do all of our council updates, we'll do a quick scouting community breakout for about 5 minutes to connect on some dates and upcoming events. Then we'll come back to the main room and split up into Cub Scout and Scouts BSA groups. So bear with us, be a little patient. This is the first time we've tried to do that multiple breakout. But I think we've got it set for that. And as always, please remember that all of the content is available on the Gateway Scouting website. If you scroll down a little ways on that website, there's a page for roundtables. There's going to be a lot of links in this slideshow, especially with regards to blue and gold. So if you want to access any of those after the meeting, you can check it out on the website. My name is Matt Pagliaro, and I lead the team that plans these roundtables. We have a great team that helps out, both volunteers and members of the council. Please reach out to any of us if you have questions, concerns, or if you have ideas for future content. All right, with that being said, I see David is on, so I'm going to ask him to lead us in the pledge and our opening.
Okay, if you're in uniform, let's have a scout salute. And if not, hand over heart. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America. Screwed up. I'm having a mental blank out right at the moment. Yeah, could you go?
Absolutely. So we'll start with a pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I know. Okay, Scout Oath is our next thing. Okay. On my honor.
Honor,
Sign. On my honor.
I will do my best to do my duty
to
God
guide
and my country
and to obey this
without
law.
law,
To help other people at all
at all times.
keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Scout law. A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, vain, and reverent. And finally, the outdoor code. As an American, I will do my best to be clean in my outdoor manners, to be careful with fire, be considerate in the outdoors, and be conservation minded too.
Thank you, David. And I apologize for throwing you for a loop. Normally we have the words to the pledge up there, and I didn't put that slide in this time. So
I shouldn't need them, but I don't know. I had a brain dump.
yeah, it happens. All right, we do have a pretty full agenda. We have a lot of content to cover and a lot of good information to get to all of you. So we are going to get right into it. We're going to start with our safety moment from Chester. First, actually, before we get to that, Happy New Year. And as a roundtable team, we have some, there's a lot of resolutions going on this time of the year. But we have some ideas from some resolutions that you can definitely keep. And unlike a gym membership, these do not cost anything. So making sure your youth protection training is up to date, getting your scouts outdoors this year, and making sure you thank those that are helping you out, whether you're a parent or a volunteer or both, saying thank you to those that are supportive and helpful. And also try to attend these roundtables and invite others to join as well. So we hope that all of you are able to do all of these things. All right, now on to our safety moment. Chester, you wanted me to show the website for this, correct?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So when I say anyone have ideas? Not hearing. So basically, it's any of your scouts that might have a severe allergy to something, a food. It can be, it can be uh, things like that. So the important thing to do, if you have a camp out coming up, make sure that you know any of the allergies that your scouts may have. So you're going to have a kid with a peanut allergy, have them coming into camp. We'll ask them, are you allergic to peanut in the room, or have you eat them? Most of the time, we've rarely had a that's allergic enough that just having it in the room would cause them a problem. But if it is, then that would be that we deal with that. We just get rid of peanut and don't have the dog. If you have kids that are allergic to like wasp stings or bee stings, something like that, do they have an EpiPen with them? EpiPens are an important thing because if they see some of these symptoms, they may have hives. Hives are red areas on the body, swelling of the head and of the lips, could be of the throat. If they start having difficulty breathing, they could faint. They could have a runny nose. There's a lot of things that you could see. The ones that you know are allergic, you can take precautions for. It's the ones that you don't know for sure are allergic that we had a kid a couple of years ago at camp got stung by a wasp. Comes to the scout office because the wasn't looking good. He comes down. He's covered with red rash. Lips are going numb. So I was able to administer epinephrine and with his symptoms were. Turns out that this kid's mother to us also, and she carried all the time. So it's always a good idea if you're going on a camp and maybe check if anyone else in the family is allergic to bee stings. They might not be. Maybe keep some Benadryl with you to help with symptoms. It's a hard thing to do things like that, but it's better to be, as our good motto says, to be prepared. And if you're prepared, you're probably having problems. Any question?
All right. Thank you, Chester. Good information.
So if you have this anaphylactic, first thing you should do is call 911 because the sooner you get help, that scout's going to be better. So be ready to email me.
All right. Thank you, Chester. All right, so next, as we began last month, we're spotlighting some of the different volunteer teams in the council. And this month we are going to spotlight the camping team because they have some upcoming opportunities for volunteers. And David, I believe you were going to take this one too, correct?
Right. Okay, I'm not sure, you should have a couple slides.
Yep.
The camping committee meets about monthly and we plan the policies for camp and the program and things like that. We're looking for people to be on some subcommittees to help with different ideas and get some new ideas for some of the programs. These subcommittees would meet a few times a year. It could be online, it could be in person, it could be at camp. We're thinking of one for shooting sports, where we could talk about people to improve or fix archery equipment is something that if you know that you could come in and help with. Looking into possibly doing a hunter safety class or different shooting sports. Nature would be again looking at some of the nature programs. What are some activities we can do at camp? What are things that we need to do that? Cope climbing. Again, looking at people getting trained to possibly help a day or two to help different troops or camp people go to camping. And aquatics, I'll probably end up running this one or being the lead on it. But you know, again, we want to look at what can we offer at camp, what new programs could we offer, do we need new equipment or things to run the aquatics program? So those are some of the subcommittees. Again, it's something that either you can help with ideas or you can take part in some of the activities and help with those activities in different areas. That's about all I had. Questions?
Right. Thank you, David. All right, our hot topic for this month is somewhat a little bit of a review of something we covered last month, but something we wanted to cover in more detail, and that is Scout Sunday. So John, are you doing this one?
Yes.
Okay.
The first thing is the date of Scout Sunday is been a bit confusing between different sources. We have Scout Sunday on the 4th and the 11th of February. The bottom line is whatever works out best for your troop or pack to celebrate Scout Sunday in February. The basic guidance is to do it the Sunday before the anniversary of scouting, which is the 8th of February, but actually what was posted on National's website and actually a person I talked to at National said the 11th earlier this week and they sent out the 4th. So the bottom line is celebrate Scout Sunday. There are materials at the Scout office and guides for running Scout Sunday or whatever you want to do, or if anything, just have Scouts present at a as service in their uniform. So with that, that's the main thing for Scout Sunday.
All right, and we did throw the idea out of having maybe a list of different communities, different units where Scout Sunday activities may be. So we would open it up that if anybody is on this call and you know of some Scout Sunday activities happening in your local community, please use chat to share those, and we can make sure that we communicate that information out.
Thanks, Matt.
Yep. All right, we're going to be talking a lot about blue and gold and crossover. So our membership moment this month is some of the considerations that we need to make in terms of membership at crossover time. So I believe I saw Brenda on and was going to cover this one.
Yes, thanks, Matt. So one of the things you kind of want to get started with this early on is like when in the fall, when you actually start scouting, you kind of want to become a liaison between this troop and the pack, and get familiar with the Arrow of Light or the Weeblo 2s. Kind of want to build that relationship from that point up until their crossover at blue and gold. You're kind of the familiar face and they are comfortable with you. They're begin those relationships. So when they actually transfer to the blue troop, they will feel more comfortable with being able to come and ask you questions about anything. But the last piece of the transition is actually during the blue and gold. So during that month, you want to be attending the Arrow of Light meetings at the pack level and bring applications, talk to the parents, get emails. It's a good time for you to be answering any final questions. You need to bring your paper applications and have them fill them out. It's a transfer. There is no transfer fee for that. If the applications aren't completed, the scouts don't get their rank investments. They don't have liability coverage. They don't have their official roster with the Bureau Scouts BSA. It's also a good way to build your troop, and it's a good way to feel out some leadership. So bring adult applications. Talking with the leader or the parents is a good way to build your leadership. in the troop. And then the final part is actually attending their blue and gold and their crossover celebrations. You can celebrate their accomplishments and you can get those final applications. You don't want to leave that blue and gold until you have that application in hand. You don't have to have your troop sign them off, but you do have to have the parents complete them. Otherwise, it's much harder to get those applications completed. Any scouts that didn't do that and still want to transition. And if there are scouts that are not transitioning to the group, it's a good way to make sure you keep in contact, invite them to the troop for any other outings so they can kind of get a feel for it and kind of have that relationship build. Okay, anything else? Just follow up with me and I'll walk you through it.
Thank you, Brenda.
Yep.
All right, so the next topic we are going to cover, we're going to do some just a general overview of blue and gold banquets and Webelos crossovers. I know we have many experienced scouters on the Zoom call tonight, but we may have some new ones that are new to what blue and gold and crossover is all about. So we wanted to cover a few basics, and then there will be time later in the Cub Scout breakout to actually do some brainstorming and idea sharing of more specific ideas. So what is blue and gold? Well, it's a celebration of scouting. And it often takes place in February because, as John mentioned earlier, right, the anniversary of BSA is February 8th. And so that's the month that we kind of celebrate the birthday of scouting. But it's also a great opportunity just to celebrate scouting in general and your scouts and your pack and award things. Oftentimes it corresponds with awarding the Arrow of Light and doing a crossover for those older scouts to the troop. And it can be an opportunity to invite other guests, community leaders, and even entertainment in, and to maybe have a banquet style meal or something like that. Kate is going to talk a little bit about her experiences with blue and gold. And so I'm going to turn it over to her.
Hi, can you see me? Can you see and hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I was having a technical difficulty. For some reason, my computer won't let me, so I'm doing my phone now. So, got eyes everywhere, like computer screen and phone. Anyway, sorry. I'm really excited to talk about the blue and gold ceremony because there's so many different avenues that PACs can pursue in having the blue and gold ceremony or banquet. So it says, remember to celebrate Cub Scouting. Be prepared, planning is essential. Hopefully you already have some planning underway and make it fun. I think that is what has made our blue and gold ceremonies with PAC 279 so successful. I can remember conversations where committee members talked about how back in the olden days, it was a time when everybody came dressed up, you know, men in suits and scouts obviously in their Class A's, and it was a time set aside, and it's a celebration. It's a time to thank the PAC leaders, other adult volunteers, and then also just to inspire the leaders and to inspire the scouts and the parents as well. You're kind of partway through the year and also that time of crossover for the Arrow of Light. So some of the ideas, a lot of PACs will choose to make it theme-based. You don't have to, but it can make it more fun. And like I said, setting that time aside and making this extra special really not only helps to honor scouting in general, but again, the leaders and volunteers that make it happen. And that includes the parents. So a lot of PACs will choose to have a different location. We have rented out a cabin in Warrens that we used. It was just something special, something different. You can choose to have it catered. Some people choose to do like a perfect potluck. Perfectpotluck.com is a way where your pack members can sign up to bring a dish to pass, and people can kind of know what is being brought. So the meal makes it extra special. Some other things that can make it special are having guest speakers, which might include, community Scout alumni. It could be Eagle Scouts in the community. We had a few members from Fort McCoy come and talk, I think at different times. There's a pretty strong tie with military and scouting. And last year we had I'm drawing a blank here. I had it. The Wisconsin Raptors. I don't know if that's their full name. They were at the centennial celebration and they came and we paid them a fee to come, but it really it was really fitting for our theme and for the Scouts. So the theme was Harry Potter, and we had some really amazing volunteers and have some really amazing volunteers who kind of really brought that whole theme to life. But you can make it as, like I said, as complex or as simple as you want. Some people just choose to make it a birthday party. They could do an ice cream soda shop theme. Camping is a theme that, of course, applies to all of us. Some of my other favorites were Star Wars, circus or carnival, Harry Potter, as I said, a Western theme, luau, under construction. And I think it really, fishing and outer space, I think it really depends on your pack and your population, how old your Scouts are. But again, it's just a time set aside. And of course, having cake or cupcakes makes it extra special too. And as Brenda had shared, it's just a really great time to invite the troops and have them be a part of the crossover ceremony, if that is when you are going to hold the crossover ceremony. It really makes it extra special, and it allows for the younger Scouts to see, what's in store for them. What do I have coming to be excited about?
All right. Thank you, Kate. That's a lot of really good information. One of the advantages of Roundtable and doing this as on Zoom is that we can certainly share resources, and Kate mentioned many. If you are looking for other resources, Google is your friend. Obviously, there's a ton of stuff out there. We've put a list together of some different resources, whether you need help with planning and timelines of just getting your plan together, or if you need ideas for themes or decorations, centerpiece and table things. There is a printable banquet program template. We've used that in our pack, and it's pretty simple to download it, and you can plug in your own information if you want to make it a little more kind of official to have a program, a printed program for your parents. It's a nice thing for parents and Scouts to keep as a memory. And there's a lot of other ideas here too. So as I mentioned before, this slideshow will be on the Gateway Roundtable website if you want to check out any of these links. And then there's also some ideas here for crossover, just kind of an overview of what crossover is. And sometimes we're looking for a really meaningful ceremony to do some of these things, like the Arrow of Light and crossover. And so there's ideas here. If you're like me, when I came into the pack, the previous person didn't leave anything behind for me to use. So I was kind of scrambling to find my Arrow of Light ceremonies and crossover ceremonies. So there's ideas here to use, and you can certainly tweak things and make them your own for your unit. But reach out if you have questions, and there'll be more time to discuss during the Cub Scout breakout. More time for leaders to share ideas there. Okay, so we are on to the portion where we're going to do our updates for the council. We are going to start with a very exciting and important update, which is Wood Badge. So I'm going to invite Eric to speak about this.
All right, thanks, Matt. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Excellent. Yes, my name is Eric Strauss. I'm the course director for Wood Badge this coming April. As you can see on the right-hand side of your slide there, the Wood Badge course is 2 weekends in April. It's out at Camp Decorah. I will say we have a very active camp staff that is very enthusiastically and actively planning for these 2 weekends. So we're probably going to maintain that enthusiasm, and I can't imagine it waning in the slightest. And we're going to have this great course in April. You might wonder what Wood Badge is. Well, Wood Badge is, as you can see up there, it's an advanced training course for all Scout leaders. When's the right time to take it? Now is the right time to take it. It's offered for, and it's important for all leaders, whether you're in Cub Scouts, Scouts BSA, venturing crews, Explorer Posts, regardless, it's designed for you. Many Scouters that have taken the course wishes they would have taken it first. But you do have to have some basic training that you have to have before you get into it, just the basic training in scouting. But once you've gone through that, you're ready to go. This is the time to take it because it's only offered every few years, and it won't be offered again probably for another few years. As I mentioned, it's advanced leadership training, but it's so much more than that. It's a lot of fun. You make really great connections with other Scouters in the council, both the participants and the camp staff. There's about 16 staffers that'll be running this course. But for me personally, I think the biggest takeaway from this course is it's very, very inspirational. And you're going to go back to your unit, and I guarantee you it'll make a difference in your unit. Just by the nature of the way Wood Badge is laid out, your unit will be different and it will be better because you took this course. So I'm inviting you to take this class. If you haven't already taken it, please take this class. And also encourage others that have not taken the class to take this class. You will not be sorry. I'm one of those folks that was hesitant to take the class. And I went in kicking and screaming, and when I came out of it, I felt really stupid because I really wish I would have done it sooner because it was really, really impactful and it was really inspirational for me. And anybody that's taken the course, I think will say the same thing. All right, Matt, I think you have something special to happen right now.
Yeah, and one other thing to keep in mind here is that this really is probably the most affordable that this course will ever be. We're running a special for the up until tomorrow, $100 discount. So that would be $100 off of the $300 cost, and you only need the $50 to secure your spot and that discount.
Yes. So the cost in other councils is well over $300. So we have a really nice scholarship fund that's actually bringing the cost down. Plus we have this discount going. This is the time to sign up for it. So.
Yeah. And we're going to make it more affordable because we are going to draw a lucky participant here on this meeting for a $150 rebate. So that will basically cover, if you sign up by tomorrow, that'll cover most of the cost of Wood Badge for you. So I'm going to stop sharing so Kenzie can share her screen. We're going to do the wheel of names, and we're going to do a drawing for some of these prizes here. All right, so it looks like we have Craig Brown. So so Eric, do you want to explain how we're kind of doing this and what you're doing?
Absolutely. So Craig, please just jump in there, sign up for the course. I'm keeping wonderful records. I will know that you have won this. So you're fine. Just go ahead and sign up, put in your deposit, and you're good to go. And
I get to phone a friend. Can Mark Seipel also be volunteered to work with me? Can I drag a person along as a friend?
Mark can take it again.
I'm done.
Fantastic. I
I got
volunteer
my
you too,
beads.
Mark.
All right, so we do have a couple of other prizes that we are going to spin again for. A couple of $10 scouting prizes, so we'll do that now as well. All right, Kim from Pack 77. Congratulations. So that's for a $10 prize, and then we have one more. Looks like Linda Olson. Congratulations. So has somebody, Joe, did somebody write this down?
Linda Olson and
then we had
gosh, who, Kim,
Mark Seipel
and
won.
then Kim Victoria and
And then Mark
and
Seipel.
Linda
Not
Olson.
You're
Craig
not
Brown.
helping, Craig.
See, yes, I have them written down, and Linda and Kim, we've got a beautiful centennial event, Gateway Scouting 100 Years Centennial Event coffee mug that will be available for pickup at the Scout Service Center after Tuesday.
All right, fantastic. Okay. I'm gonna get back to my screen. All right, next we would like to say congratulations to Lucas Strauss from Troop 91. He is an Eagle Scout from December. The project that Lucas did was building some benches in Deerwood Park in Holman. So congratulations to Lucas. And we hope to see more Eagles next month as well. All right, every month we've been featuring some different leader square knots. This month we are featuring two knots, the District Award of Merit and the Silver Beaver Award, which will be awarded at an event coming up here in March. And is Alan on to talk about these?
I don't see Alan on. I know I see several people that have been involved in the selection committees for these awards in the past, and not to put anybody on the spot, but is there anybody who's been involved in the annual selection process? Would anybody from that group like to speak on these briefly?
I can.
I can do that.
Go ahead.
So the District Award of Merit is the highest award that the district can give for a scouter. They're available the application is available at the scout office. Usually people that have done outstanding things in their district are nominated by someone within the district or the district executive. The Silver Beaver is the highest award that the council can give. And this usually goes to someone that has done years of service in scouting. I believe that they would like to have 10 years of service, that they have contributed to the education of scouts, not only in their own troop, but in other troops. And I can't remember some of the other things, but the more things that someone has done that they should be recognized for, the things that we're looking for when we look at the applications for both the District Award of Merit and the Silver Beaver.
Yeah, so you can find the forms on the links here. You know, you can grab those links if you'd like. You can find those via the roundtable slide deck. And then there also is going to be an email that's pushed out to all Gateway Scouters, kind of requesting nominations. And we're looking for any nomination forms to be submitted. If you want to go to the next slide, please. Nomination forms to be submitted. Nomination forms to be submitted by February 15th. So about a month from now, and then those will be awarded at the recognition event on March 26th.
All right, thank you, everyone. Okay, we do have some additional training opportunities coming up for leaders in the council. Is there someone on from the training committee that would like to touch on these? I see Scott here, and I think I saw John.
Well, given nobody else is talking, I guess I can.
All right.
Direct leader contact training we offer in the morning from 9 to about 11:30. I like to point out that we do it in a much more compact fashion. We cover the syllabus, but it'll take less time, and it's very interactive between people who are there. And hopefully it's convenient for you if you've got kids at Merit Badge Day and you're there anyway. Doesn't cost anything, and it's a good experience. John Temetz and I usually lead it, and assuming nobody gets called out of town or whatever, that's the plan. I don't know what else I can say about Cub Scout Baloo training or BSA ITOLS training. All of them, I can say they're being offered obviously May 18th through 19th at Camp Decorah. Again, I'm very involved in ITOLS, but that's taught with the help of a number of people. Justin Pitts, Breadstick, myself, John Temetz, Lisa Stenslin, and others who are escaping my mind right now. But we have several instructors who work together to try to make that a really good course. And Baloo training is offered at the same time, and we do some things together, in terms of things like campfire planning and that. So as it says, every scout deserves a trained adult leader, and I can probably comment in a similar fashion to what Eric Strauss has done. I was one of these guys who thought, I'm an Eagle Scout. I've done all this stuff. I don't need to know this, but I think you learn a lot. And in all of these cases, you'll learn a lot from the other participants in the course.
All right. Thank you, Scott. And there is a training webpage connected to the Gateway Scouting website where you can get more information on all of these. All right, I'm going to let John give us an overview of the new Polar Bear Award for the council.
Okay, thank you, Matt. We talked about this last month, and this slide just about says it all. The criteria is on the left as you view it. It's a great time with the snow coming here, take advantage of it. The criteria, what any scout leader that says their youth and adults have accomplished those goals, send an email to me, or a letter, but an email, and then I'll let Nikki know so that when you go into the scout office that you can purchase the patches. But that would be the only way to purchase the patches if you earn it, and then it's I send the names to Nikki so she can or the troop number or pack number. So any questions? So that bear is crossing the Mississippi, and those are our bridges behind them.
All right, thank you, John. And now we finally have some weather that makes it eligible, some campouts eligible for the Polar Bear Awards. So, all right, so there's some events coming up, tubing and skiing. Kenzie, do you want to, or Joe, do you want to have any other additional information on these?
I will take that one. Whitetail Ridge, we just had our registration closed, but event is happening on Saturday. It is all day. I believe their hours are 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. It is on the Whitetail Ridge website. Yeah. And then our Scout Day at Mount La Crosse. We have our first makeup day because there was no snow in December. First makeup day is on the 15th. Sign up is open for that until the 14th at 5 p.m. And then sign up will reopen on the 16th for the February 25th date. Reduced pricing on our website. So just go to gatewayscouting.org/Mount La Crosse.
All right, thank you, Kenzie. All right, we have a Merit Badge and Advancement Day coming up in February, and I think I saw Andy Olson on to talk about this.
Yeah, so Merit Badge Day is turning out to be a really good day. We had some a last minute addition last night to the courses that are being offered, and we have a lot of popular courses that we had some fantastic counselors volunteer their time to put on. So you can see the list of courses they were offering, and we added art last night. So if you have any scouts that are coming into the troops and they need a badge, fire safety and art would be super classes to take for their first one. Salesmanship is a brand new class that we're offering. It's not new to the merit badge program, but we've never offered that one before. So I'm excited to see how that one pans out. And for the Cub Scouts, the Nova Award, Steve has been working on with the Astronomy Club. They're going to be able to do some activities with the planetarium. So that's new. And of course, we have the adult training. I think these courses are going to fill fast. The max enrollment on the Scout side of it is going to be 12, and then there's going to only be 15 spots for the Cub Scouts in that course. So registration opens tomorrow. If you could get that information sent out to your troops, because if they need a badge, they should get registered quickly.
All right. Thank you, Andy. All right. We've got Polar Day Camp coming up next month as well. Do we have who's covering this one?
Just kind of a quick save the date on this one, but the Camp Decorah team is really excited to be bringing this event back once again. It is a different schedule this year. It's a morning event. The last couple of years we've been out there in the afternoon. But the exciting thing about it is camp is basically open all day. So come out as a Cub Scout family or as a den or a pack, enjoy a morning of activities, and then you're invited to sled or ice fish at your leisure. Buildings will be open for warming up and bathrooms and things like that. So join us for organized program in the morning and stick around for programming on your own afterwards if you'd like. February 17th.
All right, fantastic. All right, Joe, you want to take this one too?
Scouting for food, same game plan as the last couple years. Your unit picks a weekend that is going to be conducive for your program calendar or a date. We have some units that do this on weekdays. But pick 2 dates for your unit. Date number 1, you're going to put outdoor hangers. Date number 2, you pick the food up. Donate that food to the location of your choosing. So whatever is servicing the hungry in your community. Grab some pictures so that we can really do a big job of publicizing this and letting people know about the good work of our scouts. And 3 days notice, please do allow for printing of the labels which go on the sticky pads.
All right, thank you. Quick reminder to schedule your Friends of Scouting presentation. This is, we've just talked Blue and Golds. That's a good opportunity to do that, or a future troop meeting or ceremony or something like that. So the website is shown here, or you can check out the Gateway Scouting website to get that scheduled. All right, summer camp.
Want to make sure that everybody knows the dates for the Cub Scout overnight and the Weeblo overnight camp. Please note these dates are different than what was shared in the roundtable last month. We had just a little hiccup in terms of using the right document to populate our calendar, but these are the final dates. Lego Adventure, already hearing really neat stuff from the Camp Decorah team about ways to incorporate Legos into the theme of those camps, and hearing about a Lego museum that's going to be open only to camp attendees. So that sounds kind of neat.
Very fun.
Scouts BSA camp, if you're planning to join us this summer, important savings opportunity on the table to have a free adult as part of your registration. Trying to get registrations in hand now so that we can have the maximum amount of time to plan for staffing and supplies and all of that other stuff.
Okay. And then, Joe, you doing this one?
Yeah, just real quick, if you're an Order to the Arrow member, please be aware that the registration deadline is January 29th to get in on the early bird fee for the National Order to the Arrow contest. conference, which is going to be at the University of Colorado Boulder.
All right. And we wanted to remind you that even though the holidays are over, that we highlighted this Walmart QR code to round up, donate to an organization of your choice, which could be Gateway Area Council. There's a QR code there. Just because the holidays are over does not mean that this this opportunity to donate goes away. So please use this if you are shopping at Walmart. All right, we got some save the dates here. We'll provide more information and details about these events in coming roundtables. But next month we have a Wood Badge celebration dinner on February 24th. The Golden Eagle is scheduled for February 28th. In March, we've got Cub Night at the museum coming back. And then, of course, we have NYLT, National Youth Leadership Training, in June. And we encourage everybody to talk to your units, talk to those eligible scouts, first class or older, to get signed up for NYLT. The next roundtable will be on February 8th, so we hope to see all of you again in about a month. And we'll have some Cub Scout and Scouts BSA topics, more specific topics to cover at that roundtable as well. So I'm going to turn it back over to Joe to say a few words to close us out before we go to breakouts.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. Yeah, I just wanted to provide a quick moment of in memoriam. So we had a very active member of our scouting family that passed away at the beginning of 2024. And Glenn Walensky had been an active member of the scouting organization since the early 1960s when he was involved as a youth, and he basically continued that involvement all the way up until late in 2023. I was out at the visitation earlier this evening, as were many people on this call, and really strong scouting presence, which just kind of reinforces once again that scouting is family. You may have heard me say that before, but really another example of that. If anybody else cares to be involved, there's visitation Friday from 10 a.m. to noon, and then a memorial service at 12 noon in Onalaska. And some information has been pushed out on that through the newsletter. So yeah, just a moment of memory for Glenn, and certainly our thoughts are with his family members.
Thank you, Joe. All right, we're going to take a brief moment for our scouting communities, more local communities, to connect. And this is a great opportunity to share some dates and maybe some very brief details for upcoming events. Things, if you have Scouting Sunday events in your local community, if local units would like to share dates for Blue and Gold and Webelos crossover to get kind of those troops and packs on the same page. This is a good opportunity for troops and packs to also work together for events like Pinewood Derby and Scouting for Food. So we're going to go to that breakout right now so that units can share some dates.
Yeah, so I think we're going to do this for about 5 minutes, and then you'll see the breakouts close. Everybody will kind of come back into this main room, and then we'll divide out by program group for the final portion. So breakout rooms are opening now. We're going to do Scouting Communities 1 and 2 together, and then the others individually.
Joe, are you assigning? Yes. Okay.
Yep. got everybody assigned. Matt must still be on his way back from the breakout.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, where'd Matt go? Cause I was in the same breakout and
You're in the same
I
one.
disappeared.
Okay.
So, maybe they're all back there yet.
Sure.
Brenda's here. So.
I got
Yeah,
booted
I
back into the main meeting automatically, so
Yeah, I
not
did
sure
too.
what the hiccup is.
Maybe Matt went to a different one.
Yeah, Brenda and I came back and Steve Shower and Matt did
All
not.
right.
John
Well-
Timmons is gone too.
Yeah, we'll just here. So kind of I know the Klondike team was definitely looking to update troops that are attending that event on that topic, and they had a little bit of kind of on the fly planning they were trying to get done. So if you're here with a troop tonight, we're going to move you over to the Scouts BSA room, and then if you're here with a pack, we're going to try and convene just a little bit of additional Q&A or tips and tricks on blue and gold banquets. So we're going to kind of move everybody one more time between Scouts BSA and Cub Scouting. We will not come back as a full group. So whenever those individual breakouts conclude, our time is done, but have a great January, February of scouting. And as always, please reach out to any members of the council, volunteer or staff team with any needs that are out there, and we will work together to help you out. So yeah, we'll kind of move some folks around quickly here and we'll go from there. Steve Shower, do you want Cub Scouting or Scouts BSA?
Let's go with scouting.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.